Hello, and welcome to this introduction to QuickQOF. I'm Simon Clay, and I'm going to show you what QuickQOF provides to practices. Its aim is to act as a comprehensive, well-indexed resource which can be used to explain all the various intricacies of the QuickQOF business rules. Also to disseminate any changes in QuickQOF to your clinical team, and finally to feature any useful third-party software that I've found useful, either in scoring QuickQOF points more easily or to enhance clinical care. So what's in the package? Well, firstly, and possibly most usefully, there's a narrated PowerPoint which you can stream from the site. This covers any important changes in the QuickQOF business rules, but it varies from year to year. So this year, for example, there are no particular QuickQOF rule changes, so the talk has a range of other useful content. Firstly, I cover some useful hints and tips on areas of the QuickQOF that are often not clearly understood. I also cover the proposed phasing out of read codes and CTV3 codes that NHS England has now mandated. I introduce SNOMED CT, which is the new coding system that all GP clinical systems will have to move to shortly. And finally, I demonstrate some software tools that I've found helpful both to enhance QuickQOF point acquisition and also to enhance clinical care for our patients. I also produce summary sheets which list every QuickQOF disease and every indicator within each disease. At present, until SNOMED CT supersedes the coding systems now being used, I prepare two versions of the summary sheet, one with read2 codes and another identical one with the equivalent CTV3 codes for System 1 practices. Let's have a look at it. This is page 1 of the System 1 version. You can see 9 QuickQOF diseases summarised. It's too small to see clearly, so let's magnify the heart failure section in the middle of the left-hand side. Now you can see that each indicator is described with valid code options suggested. Each indicator also shows, on the right-hand side, the points available and, further to the right, the percentage coverage needed to score any points and to score maximal points. In indicator 4, you can see that I take the opportunity to describe some of the QuickQOF catches in the heart failure disease to help clinicians avoid coding errors. I also produce an exception code summary spreadsheet which lists every valid exception code on 2 sides of A4. Again, for the moment, I compile 2 of these, one for read2 and one for CTV3. Let's have a quick look at that. This is the global view of the sheet for read2 codes for EMIS, vision and microtest practices. It shows all valid expiring exception codes. It's mostly laid out by disease to help find codes easily. On the right are the drug exception codes, which are often valid across several different disease areas. Let's magnify a section. This is the diabetes section. All the valid exception codes for diabetes are collated, and the sheet tells you which indicators it works for and what the code is. The download pack also includes a suite of Word and PDF documents that cover various areas of the QuickQOF in detail. I've written each of these when it's clear that many practices are confused about a particular QuickQOF area. Let's have a look at some of those. You can see that there are documents covering some of the diseases, like AF and diabetes. There's a detailed document about exception codes, explaining how and when these can validly be used. There's also a Word document with links to other websites with other useful QuickQOF material. And all of these Word documents are reviewed, edited and updated each year. I also put the latest version of the QuickQOF business rules in the pack. Here's an example of a set from last year in PDF format. And I also include as many of the official guidance documents for GMS as are available to me, even if they're not technically part of the QuickQOF. Here are some of the documents I included in last year's package, including the Blue Book guidance document for England, the Welsh version, the technical requirements document, and the official Vaccinims guidance document. I also work a day a week in medical informatics for Primis at the University of Nottingham. Some of our work involves designing audit tools for various diseases, and some examples are listed here. I'll just show you one of our disease dashboards. This is our GRASP AF dashboard, which is available free to GP practices. You can run the tool on your system and produce this summary, showing how well you're managing patients with AF. At the bottom centre of the dashboard, you can even estimate how many strokes will occur among your AF patients in the next 12 months with your present anticoagulation coverage. It also allows you to drill back to the patient list and identify those who are not being treated optimally based on their CHA2DS2-VASc score. We've also written similar analysis tools for other diseases, such as diabetes and others, all based on the latest NICE guidelines. So pointers to useful free tools like this are also included in the download package to help you optimize your care. And of course, agencies like CCGs and the CQC do like to see these sorts of well-validated, nationally endorsed tools being used in practices. Finally, I've been writing some QuickQOF data analysis tools as part of my work at Primis. These try to emulate some of the other QuickQOF audit packages that practices can buy from other companies, but hopefully will be much more competitively priced. I haven't finished writing them all yet, but they're being rolled out gradually, and details of the available tools are also in the download package. So, what do other people think of QuickQOF? Well, I've included a few quotes below of what some people have been kind enough to say, and I hope I've given you some useful information on the contents of the pack. If you are interested, please follow the links on the site to purchase it. Many thanks, and goodbye.